Good afternoon, this is Kevin with Kevin's Card Collecting and More. And I jumped on a few minutes early. My stream is officially going to start at 3. But I decided to come on just a few minutes early just to kind of work out any kinks that I've got in the system. So, hey there, Hubers. I am live, as a matter of fact. And I am working on trying to get some new equipment and technology working here. There, okay. So I've got this, it's not a laptop. I've got like it's called a netbook, like a little mini laptop. And I've got it set up next to me here. And I just saw my live go up, so let me open up that stream. And hopefully I can get to the chat. Because it's a lot easier to read the chat on a laptop as opposed to the phone. Hey, Donald. Thanks for jumping in earlier and just kind of showing that it is up and running. There we go. Okay, now I've got the chat up on my screen over here to the right. And we've got everything set up on the stage here. Let me shut this tablet off. Okay, so I'm not sure how this went out. I know, Donald, you got the notification. Hubers, did you get a notification maybe 10 or 15 minutes ago that this stream would be going live? Did you see something on your YouTube account? I'm trying to get a feel for this StreamYard's process as far as scheduling things ahead of time. In the past, I've only gone into Streamlabs and just created a new stream live on the spot. I didn't do anything ahead of time, which StreamYards gives you the ability to do. And Donald showed me how to do that, but I'd not done it yet. So today's my trial run. Hubert says no, he didn't get a notification. And Donald, Ramona didn't get one either. So I'm curious as to how you got your notification. Hey there, Chuck. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. So, yeah, Chuck, I was just kind of explaining to everybody, I'm kind of working a new process here. I've started using StreamYards in addition to Streamlabs, and I had some kinks I had to work out. It did work, but maybe not as much as I want. He probably got notified when... Yeah, he did, Donald. I'm sure he went live. He got the notification when I went live, but he didn't get the notification 30 minutes prior, which is kind of what I was shooting for. Hey there, Faith, Family, and Sports. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muchas gracias por ser con nosotros. Yeah, so I still got to work out that a little bit. I'm sure there's just one little thing I'm not clicking on or doing wrong in the background. So it is now actually after 3 o'clock, so time's kind of flying. So what I wanted to do today was Pete Alonso just smacked a 3. Oh, wow. So today is a very special Karefield-Fairfield Friday because I'm titling it my vacation special, because everything that you see on stage here, with the exception of this box, which that's a left behind box, but everything else came from, or it was part of my Northwest excursion, we'll call it, when I went on vacation a couple weeks ago. And I'm going to tell you guys about my trip and kind of share some stories and how that whole thing went. Okay, Faith. Chuck says no notice prior. Okay, well, I'm going to work on that. I did schedule this stream a while ago, as in several days ago, and I set it for 3 o'clock. And I'm pretty sure that it should have sent a notification out at 2:30. Usually 30 minutes prior. For example, Donald streams, I always get a 10 o'clock notification for his 10:30 stream. So I was kind of hoping that would happen with mine, but I'll work on it. So it is 3 o'clock. I'll go ahead and get started. Let me adjust this just a bit. Oh, hey, Robert. You retracted something. I didn't see what you put. But that's okay. I'm sure it wasn't too dirty or inappropriate. So anyway, let me show you what I've got on set here, and then I'm going to tell you some stories. So as you know, 2 weeks ago, my wife and I took advantage of some time off I had from work, and we decided to make a road trip out of my time off. And we went to a part of the country we'd never been before, up into the northwest part. Personally, I've never been north of San Francisco, nor had she, so it was a good opportunity to head up to the northern border and eventually make our way to Seattle, which, as you all know, is the infamous home of Donald Blomdahl. And for those of you who were able to see the videos we did together, we had an absolute blast. So once again, Donald, thank you for your hospitality and your generosity, because you let me use your stage for a Fairfield Friday. Actually, that was my last stream was with you. I haven't done one since I've gotten home. So this is kind of my first time back here at my home stage. Robert says no prior notice. Okay, well, again, I'm going to work on that. So, before I show you the cards, I just want to briefly tell you about our trip. Now, this all coincided with, the timing is impeccable. I had time off scheduled for the middle of August. Well, the end of August, my daughter had told me that her doctor said her baby was going to be due. So I told the wife, I said, well, if we're going to make this trip, we've got to get around to our sites we want to see and then get back home before the baby comes. So I routed I scheduled my route, and I was going to start in Las Vegas, which is where I live, and we're going to head over to LA to see my daughter, oldest daughter, different daughter, stay with her for a few days, and then head north, drive up the coast, make our way up to Washington, and then after a few days in Washington, we were going to cut east into Montana, down through Yellowstone, down through Salt Lake City, and back home, hopefully before the baby comes. Because my daughter and her husband do live here in Las Vegas with us, so I wanted to be home in time for the birth. Well, my daughter that lives in LA informed us just before I scheduled everything that the weekend we were going to be in LA, she had to work and she could not get out of it. So I'm like, oh, that's great. Well, that's not going to work. Then I thought, well, what if we just reverse our route? Instead of going to LA and then up, why don't we go through Salt Lake up to Montana, then cut across to the east, and then or to the west, and then down the coast. Plus, what that would do is if we end up in LA for 3 or 4 days, if by chance the baby were to come early, it would just be a hop, skip, and a jump from LA back to Vegas, as opposed to trying to make a long drive from Montana or Salt Lake back home overnight. So logistically, it made more sense to go counterclockwise instead of clockwise. So that's kind of the origin of our trip. And then we started... Donald says no problem. Oh, I didn't even know you were gone, Donald. That's okay. So we decided on Friday afternoon, we headed out. So we drove straight to Salt Lake City. That was a long drive. We got in pretty late. Woke up the next morning. We did nothing special in Salt Lake except spend the night. We got up early, hit the road because we had to be to Yellowstone by that afternoon. Well, we're just leaving Salt Lake City. I get on the freeway, and the sun is shining bright, coming up over the horizon. So I put on my sunglasses. Now, this is kind of where, this box comes into play here. I put on my sunglasses. I got these little clip-ons that snap onto my regular prescription glasses. Well, I put them on. They're on a spring, so I had to stretch them out to put them over my glasses. And once you know, they snapped in half right in my hands as I'm driving down the freeway. So in a minor panic, I tell my wife, we need to find a Walgreens now so I can get new sunglasses. So we found a Walgreens in Salt Lake City, and guess what they had at Walgreens? That's right, a Fairfield box. So I picked up this box of Fairfields along with my new sunglasses, which worked out pretty well. So this will be the first box I open today because this is from our trip. This is our Salt Lake City box. So that was the first box I bought on our trip. We ended up making it to Yellowstone that afternoon. And these are just little props, but we made it. First, we had to drive through the Grand Teton National Park. I picked up this cool little map and sightseeing guide. So we drove through Grand Teton in order to get to Yellowstone. And specifically, we wanted to go to Old Faithful, which we did make it to. So eventually, after passing through Grand Teton, we entered into Yellowstone. So we picked up this little handy-dandy guidebook as well. And drove all the way through Yellowstone to the west entrance, which is where Old Faithful Geyser was. So we got to Old Faithful. Now, the funny thing is, Old Faithful erupts approximately every hour and 20 minutes. And I'm sure there's a picture of it. In fact, that's right there on the cover. That's Old Faithful doing its thing. So, but unfortunately, we got to Old Faithful right as it ended one of its eruptions. So we literally had to stand and wait for another hour and 20 minutes for it to erupt again. But when it did, it was spectacular. So I really encourage, there's a full picture of it. I really encourage you guys, if you ever make it to this part of the country, into Wyoming, go check out Old Faithful at Yellowstone. Well worth it. So, and of course we hit the souvenir shop and picked up some goodies after the eruption ended. So that was a good time. But then we had to get out of the park pretty quickly because we had to get checked into our hotel that evening, which ended up being just across the border in Montana, near the town of Bozeman, Montana. And this is going into Saturday night now. And I feel really bad because we found not a hotel. Oh, you got family in Wyoming? That's cool. We only went through the national park side of it, though. We didn't really get too much into the central or eastern portion of it. But I found a log cabin on a ranch, like a camping ground ranch, for the same price as a hotel in Bozeman. So I thought, well, let's splurge and, spoil ourselves and go to this log cabin. Just before we got to the hotel, we entered a small town just crossing into Montana, and I was starving. So we stopped at a McDonald's, and I feel so guilty because I got a Big Mac and some chicken nuggets. I stuffed myself on junk food, fast food. We get to our log cabin, we check in, and the lady at the desk tells us about the restaurant they have on site for all the guests of the campground. And they had great prices. They had steaks and seafood. I mean, they had the works. And I, unfortunately, was stuffed on a Big Mac. So what a waste, right? I did have a little bit of room left for dessert, which they actually had great dessert. And the restaurant, or the place we stayed at, was called the 320 Guest Ranch, by the way, in case anyone ever wants to check it out. But we had a great time there. Okay, Huber's is keeping us updated. Oh, yeah, family in Montana, too, Chuck. Wow. So I noticed I lost a viewer, but that's okay. It's not the most exciting story. But nonetheless, we get checked in, had a great time at the log cabin. The whole campground, the neighbors in the other cabins, they were fun to hang out with. So we got up Sunday morning, which was, remember, Sunday's church day, the Lord's Day, and we had to find a church to go to. So I looked up Baptist churches in Bozeman, Montana. And I did come across Calvary Baptist Church in Bozeman. So I thought, well, let's go check that out. So we went and I won't say too much, but when we get there, I walked up to the church and the greeter met us at the front door, and he said, "Oh, are you guys new to the church?" And I said, "Oh, no, we're just passing through. We're visitors from out of town." And he says to me, now remember, this is in Bozeman, Montana, very far removed from Las Vegas. And he looks at me and says, "Oh, are you our visitors from Las Vegas?" And I looked at him and I looked at my wife. I'm like, "Did you tell somebody?" She looked at me kind of strange, like, how does he know? So I said, "Well, yeah, we are from Las Vegas, but we're not visitors that you know about." Well, come to find out, the pastor of that church that we visited has good friends down here in Las Vegas. And just by happenstance, of course, I believe it was divine intervention, but they were traveling up to visit the church on the exact same Sunday that we were. So talk about a coincidence. And again, I don't believe in coincidences, but a few minutes later, this other couple did show up at the church. Sure enough, they're from Las Vegas. We had a great time chatting and visiting. We've become friends now. So 2 Las Vegas families meeting in Bozeman, Montana. What are the odds, right? So that was pretty cool. So after a great service and a good fellowship, we hit the road, headed east, and we made it to Spokane, Washington by Sunday evening. Now, Donald had told us ahead of time on the way to Seattle, we need to stop in a town called Leavenworth. And let me show you this real quick. He made mention of this, and I'll show you why here in a bit. But there's a little town called Leavenworth, Washington. And as you can tell here in the photograph, It's a little Bavarian town up in the mountains. You actually feel like you're in Germany or Bavaria back in the 40s. It was a really cool little city. And we had a great lunch there. I had authentic bratwurst with sauerkraut with German potato salad. Absolutely phenomenal meal and absolutely great time there. So if you're ever driving through central Washington, you got to stop through Leavenworth. It was a hoot. We had a great time there. So thank you again, Donald, for that recommendation. But what I was going to refer to, because Donald had made mention of it, you might recognize this knife, but this is a pocket knife that I picked up in Leavenworth. And I got one for Donald as well that says Donald on it. And now that's what he uses to open up his cards with. And I know, I'm getting hungry just talking about it too, Chuck. Hey there, Sam. Good to see you. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, brats are the best. So I now have a knife for my card opening. And I know I'm going to have to use that here in a minute because I've got a package that requires a knife, so I'm going to use that. But long story short, later that evening, we did make it into Seattle. Well, technically, Arlington, Washington. We met up with Donald and his wife, Cynthia, had a wonderful Filipino dinner, which was cool because I had German for lunch and Filipino for dinner. Wow. Talk about exotic foods. And then, and the rest is pretty much history. You guys know from Donald's streams, our time spent in Washington was absolutely phenomenal. Donald treated me to an awesome tour of the Northwest area. We went out and visited Whidbey Island, Deception Pass, got in some nice hiking up in the woods. They've got this stuff up in the northwest part of the country. It's called grass. It's like green dirt. Remember, I live in the desert, so I'm not familiar with this stuff. Of course, I'm being facetious, but it was really nice to see green again. I have not seen green in a very long time, so that was a pleasure. And also, I will point out, I was expecting a lot of rain. However, of the 3 days we were there, we only got 1 day of rain, so that was kind of interesting. Not quite sure why it didn't rain much. Oh, yes, it was. We had, Donald, correct me if I'm wrong, we had lumpias, we had pancit, and chicken adobo. Those were the 3 main meals. And then his wife made a phenomenal fruit salad as well for dessert. We just had an absolute blast. And for more details on that, I really would like you guys to go to Donald's. I don't want to rehash the same old stories, but go to Donald's streams from last week and you'll see what all we did. We had an absolute blast. And then, of course, we ended up going to the Space Needle. Donald took us there, and I'll tell you what, I was really discouraged about the whole epidemic that's going across the country right now because it's shutting a lot of things down. But I will say this, for the things that are open, there were like no lines. We went to the Space Needle, and it was open. But because of the epidemic, there were no lines. We got in, went straight up the elevator. We almost had the whole place to ourselves. There were very few other people there. So that was really a treat to be able to have the whole place. We weren't shoulder to shoulder with other tourists. We pretty much had the whole place to ourselves, so that was great. And then, check this out, speaking about exotic foods, when we came back down the Space Needle, we crossed the street, and Donald, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was the Como News, K-O-M-O News Channel building. There in the bottom portion of it was a Greek restaurant. So we had Greek chicken souvlaki for lunch that day. So I had nothing but awesome, authentic, exotic foods for during this trip. But we had a blast. And thanks again, Donald, for hosting and giving us the tour. So, one other thing I want to point out. While we were in Arlington, one evening after spending the evening with the Blom dolls, under Donald's recommendation... Oh, no, actually, you know what? He said stop at the Rite Aid on Smoky Point Boulevard and grab yourself a Fairfield. So I went in on the way back to our hotel, and my wife and I went. We could not find Fairfields anywhere. So the next morning I told Donald, I said, I couldn't find any Fairfields. He said, well, did you go to the checkout? That's where they're at. I said, no, I went to the toys because that's usually where the Walgreens stores them. He said, no, you got to go to the checkout. So that later that day, Donald and I went together, and he showed me, and sure enough, they had one box on the rack. and I grabbed it. And so I wrote here, Arlington Rite Aid. So this is the box that Donald helped me get. And they also had a package of these little Teeny Mates, which I've never actually opened before, but both of these came from the same Rite Aid in Arlington. So I'm going to open up these in honor of Donald. And let me accept the big, yeah. I'm getting caught up here. Okay, I haven't messed too much. Yeah, chicken adobo is heavenly. Except the Big Mac. Yeah, that was a big disappointment. So, let me get back to where I was at. So, believe it was that same day, we were coming back and we stopped at a Walgreens. Donald and I grabbed a Fairfield, which if you watch his stream, we had like a little Fairfield battle on his channel. But he also took me to his LCS, which is a cool little shop in downtown Arlington called Who's On First. And I wanted to highlight some of the cards that I picked up at that card shop in Donald's town. So we had a fun little time there. So these are cards that I picked up at his LCS. I got a Prism Refractor Josh Rojas for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Sorry about the glare. Bunch of Tony Gwynn cards. These are pretty cool. Tony Gwynn, that's on a scorecard. Upper Deck, Big Shots, Tony Gwynn. And I'm going to replace some well, I'm probably going to put them in my Tony Gwynn binder, so forgive the price tags and the numbers. I'm going to take the cards out at a later date. Here's a really cool 20th Century Best Tony Gwynn card. There, if I angle it this way, I think there's less glare. Hubers, yeah, I'll let you know if I ever make it to Baltimore. That would be cool to meet up. Here's an Accolades card. That's another Upper Deck. And most of these were $1 a piece. You can probably see the $1 on the top left corner. So got a great bargain on these Tony Gwynns. There's another one there. There's an Upper Deck. A lot of Upper Deck cards. Now this was cool. This is a relic that I picked up, and this was, I think you only charged like $4 or $5 for this one. But Tony Gwynn, game used jersey piece. So that was a pretty cool. Oh, and it's number 2. I forgot about that. 15 out of 49. So that's pretty cool. And last but not least, I found a Paul Goldschmidt 2020 Series 2 Draft 2009 medallion card from Draft Day. And the cool thing about this is I picked it up, and then later that day, Donald showed me his I believe it was his Kyle Lewis Draft 2009 card. So we each have a draft card from 2020 Series 2 of our favorite current player. So that was pretty cool. So I wanted to highlight those cards that I picked up on my trip. So I'm going to set those aside because I'm going to need space here in a minute for opening these boxes. Let me see. Well, we got 6 people watching. That's cool. We're still doing okay. I do want to highlight this card. Now, this is a card you guys saw me open up on Donald's stream. I opened up one of his mystery packs, and I picked the number 44 pack. It was a red pack in honor of Goldschmidt's number 44 when he was with the D-backs. But I pulled out this awesome Gem Mint 10 Omar Vizquel of the Seattle Mariners. So I was very pleased to get a card that is special to Donald, obviously, for the Mariners. But it's Gem Mint 10. Beautiful, beautiful card. So I just wanted to kind of highlight that one on my stream. And last but not least, and I'm still working on getting a top loader for this. I know they make them because I've got one for a Goldschmidt card already. But this is like a box topper size card. But this Dave Winfield was a gift from Donald while I was at his place. And I just want to say thank you again, Donald, for this. This is an awesome, awesome card. Numbered 18 out of 60 in the set. 1980. And it's darn near mint condition. Yeah, but I do need to top load it before I do incur any damage to it, so I need to be very ginger with it. But thank you again, Donald, for that awesome box topper card. I want to get it one-touched and then up on the wall for display somehow. So, in fact, I'm going to set these 2 aside now as well, so I don't risk damage to them and make room for my box openings here. And before I open these, I do want to tell you, after we left Donald's place, to kind of continue back on my trip, we headed down the coast. We didn't drive the Pacific Coast Highway. It would have taken a little bit longer. We just wanted to make headway. We wanted to get through Portland as quick as we possibly could for obvious reasons. So we just stayed on the 5 and we booked it south as quick as we could. And we landed in a small town called Medford, Oregon, just north of the California border, just to stay the night so we'd have a good early launch to head down to San Francisco the next day, which we did. We had safe travels all the way down the 5 into Frisco. We spent a couple days in San Francisco, had a great time. We obviously, because of things being shut down, we could not visit Alcatraz Island. We could see it across the bay there, but we couldn't actually take a ferry out to it. But we did go down to Fisherman's Wharf, and from there we could see, all of the bay. And then, obviously, to get into Frisco, we crossed the Oakland or the Bay Bridge, got checked into the hotel, and went down to Fisherman's Wharf. And then after that, we drove up into Sausalito by way of the Golden Gate Bridge, which was a really cool opportunity for us to drive across the Golden Gate Bridge. We went up there, had a great lunch at a restaurant that was open, amazingly enough, and then we're able to drive back across the Golden Gate once again. Kevin, I had to pop out. Have you ever been to Lake? I have. I sure have. Unfortunately, right now, Legacy, and I don't blame them, but because of what's going on, my favorite part of going to Legacy Card Shop was they had the 5,000 count boxes for individual card sales, and you could spend hours rummaging through their individual cards, but they're not letting people do that right now. You can go in, put a mask on, walk in the shop and look, in the display cases and behind the counter, but you can't actually go through the individual card boxes, which is what I really enjoy doing. So I haven't been back in a very long time just because I want to enjoy going through the cards. But yes, it is a phenomenal shop. They've got some awesome things there. So after, like I said, back to our trip, after being in San Francisco for a couple days, it was time to head south to Los Angeles to meet up with our daughter, who lives just outside of Hollywood area. So we met up with her, spent a couple days with her, having a great time. She played tour guide. She drove us around down Hollywood Boulevard. We got to see the Hollywood Walk of Fame, the stars, the Grumman's Chinese Theater, Beverly Hills. Just a phenomenal time. She played great tour guide for us as well. But while we were there, I did stop at a Walgreens, and they were completely out of the regular Fairfields. You guys know I don't like these Prime Packs, but this is all that they had, and I wanted to get some Fairfield product from LA, so I picked up this Prime Pack. So I'll open up this here in a short while, and we'll see what we can pull out of there. So Salt Lake City, Arlington, Washington, Los Angeles, California, and last but not least, we're going to finish off with a Karefield box from Left Behind. You guys know I've been opening up these over the last several weeks, having a blast with them. In fact, this is my second to last one. Next week will be the last box from Left Behind. So I'm going to miss them. I really am. These have been a real treat to open up and go through. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. Digging through boxes is my favorite. Yeah, exactly. I hear you, Faith. That bobblehead in the back looks like Donald. Well, it's in a way, I guess, it's got the mustache and the Seattle, but that's a Randy Johnson bobblehead, little figurine. It's not really a bobblehead; it doesn't bobble, but it kind of looks like one. I enjoy watching Johnny. I met him through YouTube. Yeah, the Kyle Lewis. Yep, that was it. Okay, sorry, I kind of lost track of the chat. I was chatting away myself. So, and then, good news, the baby didn't come early, so we were able to spend the whole time with our daughter in LA, and then come home Tuesday. I want to say it was the 18th. I think it was about Tuesday the 18th. And the baby came on Friday, the 21st. So, all went well. Mom and baby are doing well, so that's a good report there. And then back to life, back to reality, back to the real world. Vacation's over, but I definitely want to visit that part of the country again. Donald, I'll be back. Seattle was fun. I know there's a lot more to see and do, and once things start to open up more, we'll be able to get out and do more than we were able to. But we still got a lot done in the few days we were there. I do want to share this. This is totally off topic from our trip, but I did recently make an order for some cards, and I wanted to share these cards with you. These came in the mail just yesterday, as a matter of fact. Let me get caught up on the chat here real quick. If anyone comes around Chicago, let me know. Chuck, I've been through Chicago by way of the airport, layovers and whatnot, but I've never actually been out in the city. And that's definitely on my bucket list. So when I do, I will definitely give you a ring and we'll meet up. Oh, Sam PC's Randy Johnson. That's awesome, Sam. So do I. That's cool. Yeah, I've got a couple of his 89 rookie cards as well. That's cool. Yeah, if the Nationals in Chicago next year, Donald may go, and I may try to find a way to get there myself. So that'd be cool. So, but I picked up these cards the other day through a mail order website. I got this Heritage Diamondbacks Paul Goldschmidt card. Topps Finest Goldschmidt. That is a beautiful card there. Here's an old, it's a blue rainbow foil, I guess you'd call it, opening day. Rookie card for Jake Lamb. I grabbed these for like $1 a piece, so I really couldn't go wrong. Paul Goldschmidt, Play Hard, opening day. What year is that? 2013. Now here's a card I'm embarrassed to say I didn't even know existed because I didn't know the circumstances. But I picked up a Diamondbacks Kirk Gibson manager card. Now, there was a time, this was 2013, I was not watching baseball back in 2013. I did not even realize that Kirk Gibson was the manager for the D-backs. I'm embarrassed to say that, but I had no idea. So I was excited to hear about that. We all know his tenure with the Dodgers and all the good things he did for the Dodgers back in the day. So I was really excited to see that he was the coach, and I was able to get his card. And I think this was like 40 cents. It was like dirt cheap, so I snagged it. And last but not least, Sam, speaking of Randy Johnson, there's a beautiful 87 throwback to Randy Johnson on a Diamondbacks card. And this, of course, is from the 2017. It's 30-year reunion card. So, I hope you pull some fire in the... Yep. All right, Sam. I look forward to opening up these boxes. Heroes Sports in the North Riverside is hands down the best. Cool. Okay, absolutely, Chuck. We'll definitely meet up if we go. Yeah, Gibson. It's kind of sad to see him now. He's not doing well health-wise. But if you ever get a chance to watch the documentary that the MLB Network did on him, it's kind of not narrated by Orel Hershiser, but he's like the lead narrator in it, and they interviewed him quite a bit. But to hear Orel Hershiser give the account of his playing days with Gibson, well, I'm not joking. It will bring tears to your eyes. There was a scene in that documentary where Hershiser was bawling. And, of course, Hershiser is a Christian, and no doubt his emotions were kicking into high gear, and I could feel it, and I was getting emotional as well. So that was a lot of fun to watch. So, as they say, as Donald likes to say, and I'm going to copy him, without any further ado, let's get to cracking these boxes open. I'm going to open them in order of getting them, with the exception of the Left Behind box. I'm going to save that for last. So I'm going to set this one aside. I do have 4 stands. I'm going to get them ready in the background here. I'm going to put the top cards in each of these sets on a stand. So I got 4 boxes, therefore I got 4 stands to work with. So let me set these kind of off to the side for the time being. I do have my bell ready to go in case we get any hits. And we'll open up our little teeny mates after our Arlington box. So there we go. Chuck, that's a good question. I don't remember the name of it. And I don't think the name Dodgers was in it. You might want to just Google Dodgers 1980s documentary, Hershiser Gibson, something to that effect. I don't know if it's on YouTube or not. Probably, it looked like a newer production, but well worth it if you're able to find it. Well worth watching. Very emotional. Again, I'm not a Dodgers fan, guys. Don't get me wrong. Being a Padres and a Diamondbacks fan, it's like against my code of ethics to be a Dodgers fan. But there were some good guys on the team back in the day, and I can't forget that. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get ripping. I'm not going to use my knife because these open up by hand. I will use my knife on my Teeny Mates bag, which I have no idea what... It says it comes with 2 little figurines, so we'll see. I don't know what teams are in. It says Series 7, so I'm not sure what all that entails. But anywho, here we go. Getting into our Fairfield box. 30 minutes in to my stream. We're just starting. And I'm going to take advantage of tonight. Ethan is not doing a sale tonight. So normally I limit my videos because of his sales. But since he's not going live tonight, I'm going to extend mine a little bit. That's why I've got these extra boxes to go through. So the timing worked out pretty well. Now this is interesting. The pack is in the back of the box, which is unusual. And this is my Salt Lake City box. So this is what gets sent to Salt Lake City. It was packaged April 6th of 2020, so relatively new. The pack is going to be 2019 opening day. So we'll set that aside for now. And I'm going to just have to figure out a middle area to split the deck. That's probably as good as any. I see some newer cards. That's usually where they split them, so we'll do the top. I don't see any thick cards in there, so no relics that I can tell. But we'll open up the bottom half of the box first in normal fashion. The Padres and on fire. Also, do the D-backs still have... No, Flores was traded to the Giants. That was unfortunate. I liked Wilmer. He's actually doing better on the Giants than he did with the Diamondbacks. So I'm happy for him personally, but I wish he were still with us on the Diamondbacks. Yep, it'll be fun to hang out and just talk. Just hang out. An Ethan free night, although Ethan is more than welcome to jump in. I wish he would. But we're not restricted or constrained by any time due to his sales. I know he started back up at school, so I wish him all the best and hope he's doing well. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we can... Let me turn the camera down a little bit. See what we can get out of this first Fairfield from Salt Lake City, Utah. I'll call this my Mormon Fairfield. How's that? Okay. Mike Maddox with the Phillies. Dan Quisenberry for the Cardinals. Tony La Russa with the Athletics. Terry Kennedy with the Giants. And I do want to apologize. There's a shadow here. You can probably see from this coil. It's part of my stand. I may try to rework that somehow. Maybe if I hold them off to the side a little bit, you get less shadow. Bear with me as I figure this one out. Mike Lacoste for the Giants. Gino Petralli for the Rangers. John Dobson for the Expos. Glenn Wilson for the Pirates. Matt Noakes. Hey, Donald. Matt Noakes is everywhere. I can't escape him. Yes, he was a Mets veteran. Yeah. A live video that's not costing any money. I know, right, Chuck? Yep, this is free. Freebie. Matt Noakes. Good old Matt Noakes. Tony... Oh, hey, you know what, guys? I did not realize this. I just learned something. Tony Perez-Chica is the third base coach for the Arizona Diamondbacks. When we're batting, you always see him up at the third base line. And I did not realize he played for the Giants. That is cool. Tony Perez-Chica. I'm going to set that card aside for the time being because I want to read up more on him. Warren Cromartie for the, looks like the Kansas City Royals. Boom! Got to ring the bell. Check it out, Donald. It's even got your team. Randy Johnson with the Seattle Mariners. Matt Noakes. I actually do have a mini Matt Noakes PC, Donald, just because of our run-in with him back when that was an 88 box break. You got a minor league card? Oh, that'd just be the icing on the cake. Oh, you share a birthday with Cromartie? Really? Well, let me see when your birthday is there, Chuck. Chuck's birthday is September 29th. Although, Chuck, I don't think you were born in 53, were you? I know what you mean. September 29th. No, that's coming up at the end of the next month. A month from tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So, boom, Randy Johnson. There's a hit for sure. Junior Ortiz with the Pirates. Dave Concepcion for the Reds. Joe Sambito for the Red Sox. 72, yep. Yeah, we're both 70s. I'll say kids. I still feel like a kid from the 70s. Reed Nichols for the Expos. Tom Browning with the Reds. Jim Gott for the Giants. And here is a backwards John Rabb for the Giants, an old 85 card, original. I'm so used to seeing these on the 2020 cards that you think, oh, that's just a 2020 throwback, but that's an original 85. Pretty cool. Milt Thompson for the Phillies. Jim Pankovitz for the Astros. The big unit from the Seattle Mariners. Where's Left Behind? He needs to be in here shouting that out. 93 Fleer Ultra, Glenn Allen Hill. Isn't there a Glenn Allen? You know what? There's a Glenn Allen Hill rookie for the Diamondbacks this year. I'm pretty sure. I believe I got his card somewhere. Guys, can you maybe confirm this is Glenn Allen Sr., maybe? I'm guessing. I didn't realize he was a junior, but can anybody know for sure if this Glenn Allen Hill is the father of the Diamondbacks rookie? Chuck says it's his son. Okay, that totally makes sense, because what are the odds of a Glenn Allen Hill that's not related to Glenn Allen Hill? I want to set that aside just out of curiosity's sake. Cool. Thanks, Sam. I didn't know that. You got two Clemens rookies, both PSA 9s. That's awesome. Oh, he's at work? Okay. Bummer. Well, he's good about watching the replays, so no doubt he'll watch this, because I'm obviously going to do his box here at the end. There's Ben McDonald, first-round draft pick, 90 score. Now, this would have been cool if it were the Upper Deck card. You guys remember the famous error Ben McDonald card that came in Upper Deck? Of course, this is the score, but that would have been awesome had it been the Upper Deck one. Oh, this is cool. Lights Out at Candlestick up in San Francisco, where I just was last week or 2 weeks ago. There's a story of the World Series and the famous earthquake and all that happened there. It even says, look at that, at 5:04 p.m., October 17th, 1989. Wow. That's kind of like a 9/11 moment. Do you guys remember where you were during that, when that famous earthquake hit? Believe it or not, I actually felt a little tremor from that. I was living down in Yuma, Arizona at the time, but we feel the earthquakes down there from California. And I do remember feeling the earth shimmy just a little bit down there at the time of this great earthquake. So that was quite the event. Scott Geraltz for the Giants. Here's a George. Oh, well, we got looks like a few maybe. Oh my goodness, check this out, guys. There it is, Kirk Gibson with the Dodgers team MVP card. That's pretty cool. I just showed his Diamondback manager card, and there he is. Oh, you got that same card too, Sam, huh? First time I'd seen that one. That's pretty cool. In fact, I'm going to set that card aside just as a novelty. That's pretty cool. Frank Gibson. Frank. I saw Frank Viola, so I said Frank. Kurt Gibson. That's pretty cool. Frank Viola. These are the Hills Team MVP's card. I don't know what Hills means. It was a 33 card set, apparently. And this is a Kmart card. For those of you old enough to remember Kmart. Famous Kmart cards. The Dream Team, George Bill. Then back to the regular cards. We've got a Luis Polonia, 90 score. Leon Roberts, 1982. I'm going to say 282. Yep, 82. I'm getting better at this. Obviously, the alignment is way off from top to bottom. But the left to right's not too bad. But that's what you get back in the day. So there's Leon Roberts with the Rangers. Tony Phillips with the Tigers. Another 1982 card, John Montefusco for the Braves. I remember when Kmart shut down. Yep. Hills is an old store like Walmart. Oh, okay. Now, see, is that a local thing? Because I'm not familiar with the Hills store out on the West Coast. Maybe it was an Eastern Coast thing. I don't know. Here's another Kmart card. Dream Team, Terry Steinbach. Steinbach. I think I was thinking of the author Steinbeck. But Terry Steinbach there. Oh, boom! There's our duplicate, Donald. I know Donald got a duplicate this morning, and he made a reference to Fairfields. Let me see if I can find it. It wasn't too many cards back. There it is. So there's our Fairfield duplicate right there. John Rabb, 1985. I love it. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like Ethan sells those blue border cards that he calls the Myers cards. And I've never heard of Myers before, so that's definitely an East Coast thing. So, Myers, Hills, there's a lot that we don't know of out west. There's Lenny Dykstra, everybody's favorite personality for the Mets. Nick Asaski for the Braves. Stan Pappy, or Pappy, I'm not sure, for the Tigers. Another 82 card. Oh, here's an old card here. Baltimore, Tommy Davis for the Orioles. Somebody wrote the number 3 on it. I'm not quite sure why they did that. What year is this? Ooh, 1974. Wow. 1974. It's in pretty rough shape, to be honest with you, but what do you expect? The corners are pretty scuffed up there, but it's a nice, clean image. Shout out to Hubers. I think Hubers had to step out, but at my Walgreens, these boxes cost $5. A better deal at Walgreens. Yeah, no, these are, yeah, I paid the same amount, $5 for Fairfields. There, Sam. Yes, CVS sells them for more. I think ours sells them for $8.99, $9 when they have them, but I haven't seen them in several months at CVS. But Walgreens always has them for $4.99. Rick Honeycutt for the Rangers. George Fraser for the Yankees. And boom! Check it out. Modern day card. It's a Diamondback first Bowman for Ryan Burr. Look at that. Boom for the Diamondbacks. All right, I got to ring the bell for that one. Just because it's a Diamondback. That's pretty cool. And, you know, you got to give me some space on this one. You don't pull Diamondback cards in Fairfields too often, just because of the age of the cards. So that's pretty cool. So I'm going to set that one aside. Zach Isler, first Bowman Chrome for the White Sox. There you go, Chuck. Shout out to you. Is that a player you're familiar with? Zach Isler? Chuck says, I just got Honeycutt's auto. Really? In person or TTM, or how'd that work out? I'm curious to hear the story on that. The CVS boxes have new... Really? I did not know that, Sam. That's interesting to know, because I've not opened... I think I've only opened up 1 or 2 boxes from CVS, so That's interesting. Never heard of him? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. It's a nice card, though. Very nice card. I'm going to set that one aside in a special pile there, Chuck. Wink, wink. Sin Soo Choo for the Indians. Isn't he, is he still with the Indians? Something tells me he's with the Dodgers or another team. But that's a Bowman Platinum card for Sin Soo Choo. Pretty cool. And, Josh Hader. Josh Hader for the Milwaukee Brewers. It's a pretty big name, especially for a Fairfield box. There's a Billy Hamilton, Donruss. Is that 2019? Oh, no, not even close. 2016. 2016 Donruss, Billy Hamilton. Oh, he's with the Rangers. Okay. Speaking of the Rangers, there's Elvis Andrus. Shout out to Ethan's Elvis Covers and More. He really ought to PC this guy just because of his name. Just saying. This is an interesting name. Joaquim Soroa. Boy, if you want to go way back, think back to the Old Testament. Joachim, the king, Joachim. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it kind of reminded me of him. I'll just say that's the pitcher, Joachim Soria, for the Royals. Jose Guillen for the Giants. That's a pretty cool looking card there. Scooter Gannett for the Reds. And our last card in this stack is Justin Smoke for the Blue Jays. Billy Hamilton is now with the Mets. Interesting. Cool. All right, so that gets us to the halfway point of our first box of Fairfields. Like I said, buckle up, get comfy. We're going to be in Fairfields for a while tonight. But our second half will come after we open up our opening day 2019. Joachim. Really? Is that how you pronounce it? Joachim? Or Joe Kim? That's like a first and a middle name, Joe and Kim. Interesting. All right, so here we go. 2019 opening day. We get a Hamer Candelario. Jack Flaherty. Chuck, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's on our Christian list, correct? I believe he is. Jack Flaherty. There's the Red Menace, Justin Turner for the LA Dodgers. And, nice, Joe Morgan, 150 Years of Fun, throwback card. Sandy Alcantara for the Miami Marlins. Yes, sir. Yeah, I know what you meant. Mark Trumbo, used to be a Diamondback. And our final card is going to be, let's play the game here. It's a pitcher for the Dodgers. I don't know the face. Number 74. It is Kensley Jansen. So nothing stellar. I'm going to have to root for Flaherty as my favorite, just because. All right. It was a nice Morgan, that's for sure. Maybe that was the hit. We'll call that the hit, actually. It's more of like a special insert. All right, so traditionally speaking, if you get a hit in Fairfield, it comes in the front half of the box. So this is the front half here. Again, I don't see any thick relic cards, but a possibility for an autograph in there somewhere maybe. So we'll see what we can pull. We got Marty Barrett here for the Red Sox. Jim Traber for the Orioles. Mike Hartley for the Dodgers. There's a Relish card, Jimmy Poole from 91 Donruss. And a catch-up card, Jim Dwyer for the Expos. Some more Relish, Junior Noboa. And more catch-up, Jeff Hamilton. And we'll throw future star Greg Colbrun for the Expos, 91 Tops. Hey, there's a Padre, or no, the former Padre, Candy Maldonado for the Giants, but that's not a Padre card. Mike Fitzgerald for the Expos, Studio 91. Oh, hey, Donald might like this. Donald, you watching? I'm going to ring this for you. Donald? Check this out, Donald. This is looks like a Looney Tune card. There's the Coyote, called the Winning Scheme. Upper Deck, the Blue Jades, it says. But on the back, it has a familiar face. Question, how many home runs has Ken Griffey Jr. I'm sorry. Oh, Ken Griffey Sr. Okay, that's not junior, that's senior. Oh, let me cover the answer here. Let's see if you guys can play the game here. How many home runs has Ken Griffey Sr. hit at Riverfront Stadium? Ken Griffey Jr. puzzle piece, is that what this is? Part of a puzzle? Maybe. Maybe so. Any guesses there? How many home runs has Ken Griffey Sr. hit at Riverfront Stadium? Let me, okay, I just looked at the answer, which is on the bottom of the card. That's why I'm covering it up. Chuck says 5. Let's play the high-low game. Quite a bit higher, Chuck. Quite a bit higher. Faith is getting closer. It's still a little bit higher than Faith at 26. Donald, no, you're way low there, Donald. Faith is closer, but it's still higher than Faith at 26. Whoa, Donald, whoa, no, way too high. Chuck said 40. Okay, no, now you got to go back down. It's between Faith and Chuck. It's between 26 and 43. Although I do like Donald's use of the number 7. That's pretty awesome. And Chuck's number adds up to 7, which is pretty cool as well. So, somewhere between 26 and 43. How many home runs has Ken Griffey Sr. hit at Riverfront Stadium? Oh, Chuck, you are so close. Sam, you're going the wrong way. Chuck's a little closer. No, a little lower than Chuck. Higher than 29. Faith, you're at 35. You're as close as anybody. Faith, you cannot get any closer. I don't want to give up just yet because Faith is so close. Boom! Sam got it. $34. Chuck got it, or Sam got it right on the knot. Ken Griffey Sr. hit 34 home runs at Riverfront Stadium. But that is a unique Looney Tunes card, that's for sure. So, that was fun. Thanks for kind of playing along there. I really can't afford any prizes, and I'd say I'd give you the winner a pat on the back, but I can't even do that from this distance. But there you go. Okay, getting right back into it here. We got Mike Fichlin for the Yankees. Larry Herndon for the Tigers. Mike Mussina. Check that out, guys. Mike Mussina card. What does that mean? A pat on the back? Well, I don't know exactly where you live, Sam, but I'm sure my arm is not long enough to reach out and pat you on the back or even shake your hand. But congratulations nonetheless. But that's a nice Mike Mussina card. Steve Rosenberg for the Chicago White Sox. Moose, is that his nickname for Mussina? Moose? I did not know that. Interesting. Rookie prospect for Tony Longmire for the Phillies. Bob James for the White Sox. Oh, nice. Willie Randolph for the Yankees. Willie Randolph. Jim Ganter for the, looks like the Brewers. Yeah, Brewers. There's Terry Mulholland for the Phillies. Joe Albatelli, manager card for the Orioles. The only manager I remember is for the Orioles was Earl Weaver. I don't remember Joe Altobelli, but obviously Weaver stands out for his antics. There's a Jim Cott, 82 Donruss. Thanks, yes sir. Hall of Famer. Which one? Was it the Willie Randolph? I was thinking it was Willie Randolph. Was that the one you're talking about? I'll set that one up there. I'm pretty sure Willie Randolph is in. Can somebody confirm that? Or tell me which one Chuck was talking about? John Smiley. Oh, he's not smiling in that one. Oh, Moose. Duh. Okay. You're right. In fact, you were even talking about him, and I still missed it. Let me go back. There it is. Well, what about Randolph? Is he a Hall of Famer? There we go. Yep, sorry about that, guys. Let me know about Randolph. If he's not, I'm going to pull him. John Smiley, not smiling. Steve Kiefer for the Brewers. Jeff Lottie for the Cardinals. Chris Nabolts for the Expos. Ron Tingley for the Angels. Moose was a legend. Rick Wilkins for the Cubs. Rick Camp for the Braves. Carl Nichols for the Orioles. And, ooh, nice. A Leather and Lumber. Oh, check this out. Leather and Lumber, Justin Verlander. It's a glossy card. It's kind of thick. It's not, super thick, but it's thicker than your average. It's a really nice card. We got Daryl Boston for the Mets. Dale Mahorkic for the Rangers. George Bell for the Blue Jays. Eric Nolte. I think he's a Padre. Yeah, Padre. So we'll set that one aside. I think that's my first Padre I've pulled. Moose was a legend. Nice card. Congrats. Oh, okay. Randolph is not in the Hall of Fame. Thanks for checking. Sorry, Mr. Randolph. You've just been demoted. Mark Wallers for the Braves. Here's a couple triple play cards back to back. David Valle for the Seattle Mariners. That's pretty cool. And BJ Surhoff for the Brewers. Joe Hesketh for the Expos. Kirk Presley for the Mets. Boom, Dave Henderson for the Athletics. Rick Honeycutt for the Athletics. Gary Thurman for the Royals. Boy, another Mariner here. Henry Cotto for the Seattle Mariners. Chris Carpenter for the Cardinals. Kevin Blankenship for the Cubs. And now we got some modern cards here, it looks like. Up high, down low. We got the Springer shows the postseason power for the Astros. Okay. Matt Carpenter with the St. Louis Cardinals. Kevin Bass, kind of interesting. It's thrown in all the newer cards, but Kevin Bass with the Astros. Zach Wheeler for the Mets. Kevin Pillar for the Blue Jays. And our final card of this box is a Koji Uehara. Koji Uehara. I've never heard of him. It's a Series 1 card. I've never seen or heard of him before. So that's our Fairfield from Salt Lake City, Utah. Where's the box for that? I'm going to slide these back in here so I don't forget where they came from. Whoops. I'll highlight. I think I only pulled two Hall of Famers out of this. Two serious good cards, and then some cards that I just, for my PC that I like. I'll show you. But there we have it. There's our Salt Lake City. I'll set set that one aside for now. But here's what he pulled here. We pulled a Mike Mussina for the Orioles, and check that out. That Randy Johnson card is sweet. That is a nice looking card there. So, in fact, I'm going to put him on the front. So I'm going to set that one aside. And these are just more personal cards that I like. Eric Nolte for the Padres. There's that Looney Tunes card. The Zach Isler for the White Sox. Chrome Bowman card. That first Bowman, Ryan Burr. No relation to Aaron. Just saying. Lights Out at Candlestick. That was a pretty unique card there. The Glenn Allen Hill Senior card. And Tony Perez Chica, who is now a Diamondbacks third base coach. So that's pretty cool. Hey, 25 Perez, how you been? Good to see you. Long time no see. So 1 box down, 3 to go. What's next on our list? I've got the Arlington Rite Aid. And then after that, we're going to open up our little team. In fact, let me open up the Teeny Mates first, just to kind of break up the monotony a little bit. So I picked this up at the Rite Aid down the street from Donald's. This is my first time using my knife, actually. He says they're sharp, so we'll see. And you just kind of... Oh, yeah. Like butter. Who do we got here? I got a little mini book. Look how tiny this thing is. It's a little fold-in-half book. Pocket Profiles, 13 out of 30 for the Astros. Justin Verlander. All right. I don't know if that means that's what we got in here as far as the player or the figurine or what. Let me see. Oh, here's a little catalog showing all the players from Series 7. Oh, okay, Ketel Marte is in this Series 7, so I could get a Diamondback. There's a Fernando Tatis Jr. with the Padres. So that would be the ideal one to get. I don't see any others that would pertain to me, per se, but let's see who they got for the Mariners in there. Well, they got Eloy Jimenez for the White Sox for Chuck. And where are the Mariners at? Oh, Yusei Kikuchi down here in the corner. So that'd be cool. All right. Well, let's see what we get. There might be another one of these little mini cards here. Oh, yeah, there should be another player profile in there, too, somewhere. Okay, and it comes with some puzzle pieces. I'm not sure who that is or what team they're on. And our second player profile. I'm trying not to show the little players yet. Oh, Nolan Arenado for the Colorado Rockies. Yep, Arlington Teeny Mates. These are kind of fun, actually. That's number 8 of 30, it says. Sorry, it's not focusing real well, but just take my word for it. It says 8. All right, let's reach in here and see who we get. Our first little character is going to be... Oh, wait, hold on. Another puzzle piece. Oh, check that out. That's Tatis Jr. on a puzzle piece. Now, I'm not working on the puzzle, so I don't really care too much about the puzzle pieces, but that is pretty cool that I got the Tatis puzzle piece. That almost looks like it could be the Ketel Marte, by the way, for the Diamondbacks. That'd be pretty cool if it was. All right, let's pull out our first little figurine. It is a... Oh, it's a Texas Ranger. These are mean little faces on these guys. Trying to focus it. Hey, Sportsline. Good to see you. It's going to be Joey Gallo for the Rangers. I wish it would focus better. Well, you just have to take my word for it. It's a Joey Gallo. Yeah, I'm not going to fiddle with it for too long. All right, last one here. Let's reach in. Hoping for a Dodger. Woo, why did I say that? A Padre. Ooh, that's blasphemy. A Padre or a Diamondback. Let's see who we get here. It's going to be... Oh, it looks like it's a Giant. Yep, San Francisco Giants. Now, I don't know why some are... Like, this one was bagged up, but the other one wasn't. I don't know why they do that, but this is going to be... Is that... Man, it's so tiny. I think it said Posey. It is so tiny on the back to read the names. Let me look in the catalog here and see if it is in fact Posey. Yes, for the Giants, it is Buster Posey. So that's who that is. So we got a Posey and a Gallo. Little teeny mate. Oops. So I'm going to stick these guys up here for now. And our puzzle pieces. It's not tiny, it's teeny. That's true. That's true, Donald. And it is teeny. Man, I probably ought to get a magnifying glass or something. So, but there we go. I got to use my Leavenworth knife for the very first time. All right. And it was quite sharp. All right, so moving on. Now, this is the box that I picked up in Arlington, Washington. Donald was with me, and he had to show me where to go to find it. I was back perusing the toy aisle, which is where Walgreens sells their Fairfield boxes. But he was smart to tell me, nope, go to the checkout. And now this one does have the pack in the middle. And oh, it's a little bit thicker. It looks maybe like a Series 1 2019, maybe. And the date on this one. Can't tell. It looks different though. There's something different about... I'm comparing it to my Salt Lake City box. Yeah, isn't that interesting how the bottom of the box is different? This one says PKG on it, the one from Arlington, and it doesn't have the color box like this one does down here. So that is different. They got the same UPC code on the back, though. So, just an interesting anomaly. A little bit different. Hey, TC Thunder, how you doing? Arlington Fairfield, paged properly. Paged properly. I'm not sure what page properly means. But okay, so let's split it down the middle, and our center pack is going to be, in fact, a 2019 Series 1. Sure is. So we will open that up at the halfway point. I don't see any thick cards in the front half. But we will open up the back half first. So let's get right into it here. This is from Arlington, Washington. Doing great, TC. Thanks for jumping in here. I don't recognize your name, but if this is your first time, welcome. Glad you could join us. This is our typical Fairfield Friday where we open up Fairfield products. And this is a special one because I picked up some different Fairfield boxes from different parts of the country. And this one just happens to come from Washington State. I opened up a Salt Lake City, Utah box earlier. Now we're up in the Pacific Northwest here. Pickle popping good. Me with fat fingers. Okay. Well, that's interesting, but I still don't know what you were trying to say, though. That's funny. We got Paul Sorrento with the Indians. Doug Bochtler for the Rockies. Oh, there's an old 84 Donald. Mike Easler for the Pirates. Here's another 84, Rafael Ramirez with the Braves. And Bob Ojeda. We got Matt Noakes in the last box, and we got Bob Ojeda in this one. Love it. Plus, this one's got Tommy Lasorda, so it's like a twofer. We got Kevin Seitzer for the Royals. Pat Clements for the Yankees. Casey Candaele for the Astros. Joe McGrain for the St. Louis Cardinals. Mike Aldretti for the Expos. Greg Swindell for the Indians. Todd Zeal for the Cardinals. Jack Howell for the Angels. I've been subscribed for like 4 months, but haven't been talking in the stream. Oh, okay. Well, I apologize if I have said hi to you in the past, but welcome back. Oh, packaged properly, possibly. Oh, packaged properly. Well, yes, of course. They send the best product to Arlington, Washington. But us riffraff out here in the desert Southwest, we get the reject boxes, right, Donald? Terry Leach for the Minnesota Twins. Greg Harris for the Boston Red Sox. Rick Mahler for the Reds. And, oh, check it out. Diamond King Bo Jackson card. Bo knows. Bo Jackson. Okay. Here's a quadruple card. We got Stacey Jones, another Bo Jackson, Greg Olson, and Frank Thomas. Boom. Chuck, check that out. Back-to-back Bo cards, but this one's got him and Frank Thomas on it. Superstars card. Gibson has Parkinson's. Yes, he does. Very sad. It is sad to see him in that state. But it's a humbling experience for him. Yeah, very nice, Chuck says. Yep. Billy Spears for the Brewers. Eric King for the White Sox. We got a bunch of these Stadium Club cards here. We got a Dave Island for the Yankees. Bobby Cox manager card for the Braves. Luis de los Santos for the Royals. Mark Thurman for the Orioles. Kevin McReynolds for the New York Mets. Sid Bream for the Pirates. Mike Scioscia. All-star card. We got Mark Leader for the Angels. Spike Owen for the Expos. Chris Hammond for the Cincinnati Reds. Oh, that is the front. Okay. Moises Alou for the Astros. Jose Lind for the Pirates. You never seen that one before? That is a nice one. That is a nice one. It's going in a special pile as well, Chuck. Chris James for the Phillies. Jeff Tackett for the Orioles. Bobby Bonilla. That's like a textured card. You can feel the seams. A little bit of a seam up in that corner as well, you can see there. There's a good view of it. Bobby Bonilla playing with the Marlins. Did not realize he did that. That would have been 1998. Scott Bankhead for the Seattle Mariners. Shout out to Donald. Hall of Famer Robin Yount for the Brewers. So I got to set that one up on the stand there. Hall of Famer Robin Yount. Got Mickey Tettleton. Look at that. Cheek full of tobacco. You just don't see that nowadays. Lance Parrish for the Angels. Brian Harvey for the Angels. Danny Tartable for the Yankees. Terry Mulholland for the Phillies. Andy Van Slyke for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Todd Worrell. Todd Stottlemyre for the Blue Jays. Donald says, Bankhead, Mariners, yep. Hey, Frank. It's good chatting with you in your stream the other day, or at least the comments portion of it. It's good to see you producing videos again. And I totally get what you're saying. The editing process is time-consuming. I've got to do that with my my Bible series that I do on my other channel. That does take some edit work. And I don't do nearly the extensive editing that you do. But it's a process. I totally get that. So, but I do appreciate the uploads you do because they are very entertaining. There's Pat Leahy and Gavin. Is that Gavin Bach? Yeah, Gavin Bach and Pat Leahy. Okay. For the Marlins, there's Mark Whitten for the Indians. Gerald Clark for the Rockies. Wade Taylor for the Yankees. And this is like a Tiffany. Tim Laudner. It's a glossy 87. You guys see the gloss on it? That means it's a Tiffany card. And the back usually has a brighter yellow color to it. So 87, Tim Laudner. So that's half the box there. I hear you, Frank. I took a hiatus as well. Things can be overwhelming, at least in my case. I tend to overdo it sometimes. I get so many hobbies and so many things going on at the same time, and my wife warns me. She's like, slow down, you're doing too much. I'm like, no, I can handle it. And then I crash hard, and it's like I almost give up on everything. I need to pace myself a little bit better, so to speak. There's Topps 2019 Series 1, 16 cards in the pack. Hopefully we'll pull some good stuff out of this. Spot on with that Tiffany. Yeah, they definitely stand out. They're not your run-of-the-mill matte finish. They're definitely a gloss. So, all right, here we go. 2019 Series 1. Dylan Bundy with the Orioles. Oh, boom. Archie Bradley with the... I almost said San Diego. With the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'm going to set that one aside. Oh, boom. Check it out, guys. Mike Trout. Series 1, Mike Trout. Boom. Very nice. I got to set that up there just because that's a Trout. Yep. I'll tell you, Donald, what, and maybe this is it was a good thing, obviously, but shaking it up a little bit, kind of going outside the norm, doing streams in your place was great for me because it kind of, I don't know, put things in a different perspective. It gave me something different, and I really enjoyed it, and that kind of motivated me to want to get back home and start doing videos some more. So I think it's good to change it up just a little bit once in a while. But I'm a traditional conservative type, so I do like things standardized, and I do like routine. But once in a while, it's good to throw a curveball. You know what I mean? Jason Kipnis with the Indians. Atlanta Braves team card. Yes, he is, Frank. Yes, he is. Been enjoying watching him. He's hit I think 13 or 14 homers now. Last I heard. There's Wade LeBlanc with the Seattle Mariners. And there's an Aroldis Chapman with the Yankees. And check this out. A Juan Marichal Cactus League card for the Giants. That's pretty cool. And there's our insert for Gleyber Torres. Stars of the Game card. Even though it's a Yankee, it's still a nice card. And there's Trevor Story, home run challenge card with the Colorado Rockies. And there's JD Martinez, World Series highlights card. World Series because it's 2018, not 19. Obviously, the Nationals won it last year. And then we've got a Jose Berrios for the Twins. And Yadier Molina for the Cardinals. I was going to say, I feel something funny. That was just an insert card in the back there. There's Yadier Molina. There's Corey Seager, LA Dodger. Teoscar Hernandez for the Blue Jays. And our final card in this pack is a Jonathan Scoop for the Milwaukee Brewers. I'm going to say that was a great pack because we pulled that Trout. That was awesome. Oh, I'm missing some chat here. Hold on, let me back up. Wow, nice Trout. Yep, sure is. Trout. Yep, everyone's excited about the Trout, including myself. What's going on with my chat here? Spun, okay. Padres hit 4 grand. Yes, they did, Frank. I saw that. And then, if you notice that, they skipped a game, and then the next game after that, they hit a 5th grand slam. So they hit 5 grand slams this year, 4 consecutive. With one game, they didn't hit one, and then the following game, they did. So there you go. 4 consecutive, gap, 5th. So that's the Padres grand slam record for the year. 4 consecutive, 1 game without one, and then a 5th with it. So pretty awesome, actually. That's phenomenal. 1953. You're still a young person. Yes, the vacation special. Totally awesomeness. Thanks for that, Donald. Robert is obviously not talking to me because, or maybe he is. I don't know. 53. That's before my time. What baseball card singles do you recommend investing in that you think would go up in value? And then 5. Oh, did they hit another one? Oh, wow, Faith. I didn't know about the 6th one. Or, maybe he's just talking about what I said. 5 of 6. That's right. 5 grand slams out of 6 games. That's right. What card singles do you recommend investing in? Oh, my goodness. Well, obviously, if you could get your hands, TC, on a rookie Mike Trout, that's the card to have. What, 2 weeks ago, one sold for $4 million. Can you believe that? $4 million for a Trout rookie. My Mets are having a typical year watching Jacob DeGrom. Yeah. My D-backs are having a... Oh, Chuck says the same thing. Invest in Trout. Yeah. No joke. $4 million for a rookie card. I ain't kidding. It made national news. So, with that, moving on to the second half of the box. Okay, here we got that's a nice one. Adrian Beltre, future Hall of Famer. I'm going to throw that up there just because he will make the Hall of Fame. So that's going to make it on the stand there. Scott Fletcher for the White Sox. Ron Kittle for the Yankees. Jim Eisenreich for the Royals. Don August for the Brewers. Mike Blowers, rookie card for the Yankees. Fernando Valenzuela, nice pitcher for the Dodgers. 20th anniversary. But TC, if you want to say modern day, I'd say any of the modern day rookies. Tatis Jr. is on fire, so his cards are going to go up based on the season he's having. So if you can get your hands on some Tatis Jr. rookie cards, definitely get those from last year while they're still relatively low in price, because they'll go up for sure. Jose Mesa, top stadium club card for the, looks like the Indians. Yep, Indians. Dan Smith for the Rangers. Tom Pagnozzi for the Cardinals. Record breakers. Vince Coleman, I think. Yep, Vince Coleman. Cardinals. Kelly Downs for the Giants. George Bell for the Cubs. Walt Weiss for the Athletics. Don Robinson for the Giants. Kevin Reamer for the Rangers. Chris Gwynn, brother of Tony. Younger brother of the famous Tony Gwynn. I have 3 Fernando Tatis Junior updates. Oh, that's awesome. Hold on to those, TC, and also if you can get the series, is it Series 1 or Series 2? That's got a standard rookie card in it. I'd go for that one as well. You've missed others. Okay, Donald, let me say it. Kyle Lewis rookie cards. Yeah, Lewis Robert too. I'll be honest with you, I've not seen a single Robert game played. I don't know. I've not seen him play on TV yet, so I don't know how he's doing. Is he living up to his reputation? I will tell you this from what I've seen. Do you remember that whole time frame where Gavin Lux was the card to get? I don't think that's the case anymore. Gavin got sent down to the minors. He was a huge disappointment for the Dodgers. So I think Gavin Lux was a big, we'll say, fail when it comes to cards, unfortunately. But I remember when he was the talk of the town for a while there. There's Mark Lorella for the Seattle Mariners, I think. Oh, Brewers. I always get the Brewers and the Mariners mixed up because their uniforms are similar colors. There's Jarrett Wright for the Indians. There's I don't know the name of it. Is that Sandberg? Yes, Ryan Sandberg. That is not an autograph. No, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not. That'd be cool if it was, but it's not. But it's a Hall of Famer. So we'll throw him up on the stand. Dan Quisenberry for the Royals. Terry Mulholland. So far, Donald, I will say the Arlington box is doing better than the Salt Lake City box. Okay, Series 2. Okay, Faith, take it easy, brother. Thanks for jumping in. Robert's the Beast, Hall of Famer. Bye, Faith. Yeah, I bought like 20. Yeah, that was kind of a disappointment. Abreu's doing good. I didn't realize that. That's good to hear. Yep, any of the modern-day rookies like that, Alonso, Bichette, Kevin Biggio, I've not heard much about him lately. I don't know how he's doing. Vlad Jr. ain't doing so good. No. I mean, I saw him playing the other day. He's just such a big boy. I don't know. His base running skills aren't going to... He's not going to break any records in stolen bases, that's for sure. And I think first base is a good place to put him because you don't have to run too much there. There's Terry Mulholland for the Phillies. Greg Pryor for the Royals. Devon White with the Blue Jays. Oh, okay, there's another one of those cards that looks like an autograph, but it's not. Steve Shields for the Yankees. Oh, Mark Grant. He is now an announcer for the Padres. Pretty cool. Yeah, Alonso's stats are going up there, according to Sam. There's Marty Clary for the Braves. Jeffrey Leonard for the Seattle Mariners. Gary Green for the Rangers. Jesse Orozco for the Indians. There's an Ed Romero card for the Red Sox. There he is. We were just talking about him earlier. Oral Hershiser. Nice. And there's Steve Trout. I don't believe he's related to Mike at all. But there's a Yankee, Steve Trout. Charlie Hough with the Rangers. Dan Petrie for the Tigers. Robbie Thompson for the Giants. Another 89 Topps Mariners. Dennis Powell. Jim Corsi for the Athletics. Terry Poole for the Astros. I'll just turn the whole pack around. Brian Giles for the Indians. Quentin McCracken, rookie for the Rockies. I've heard of old Quentin McCracken. That's his rookie card. John Olerud. There you go, Donald. There's our boy, John Olerud. Chris James. Marty Barrett. Buddy Biancalana. Willie Frazier for the Angels. There's a Todd. Here, I'll turn these around. Todd Walker, rookie card for the Twins. Greg Jeffries, Future Stars card for the Mets. And our final card is a Phil Plantier for the Red Sox. All right, what'd I miss? Alonzo just said a big play. Junior reminds me of Prince Fielder. I didn't get many Vlad because he gave me flashbacks to JT Snow. I know Chuck has these nightmares of JT Snow. He'll wake up in the middle of the night with a cold sweat. It's like, he'll say, yep, I was dreaming about JT Snow again. It was a painful nightmare. Steve Trout was hilarious when he played big time. Oh, was he a jokester? I don't know anything about Steve Trout. The Fairfields are good for that is true. Almost all of my TTM cards that I've sent out and gotten back came from Fairfields. And you guys have heard me say it before. To me, Fairfields, you get what you pay for. I mean, you're not going to get, outstanding, phenomenal cards, but you figure $5 for 100 cards and 30 minutes of fun. I mean, it's you can't beat it, really. Even if you don't get any hits or any big-time cards, you're still going to come out ahead because it's 30 minutes for fun opening cards. By far, we did much better. We got the Ryan Sandberg studio card. We got future Hall of Famer Beltre. There's that Mike Trout card that we pulled out of the 2019 Series 1. And the Robin Yount Hall of Famer for the Brewers on a, what year is that, by the way? 93 tops. So far, I got to say, Donald Arlington pack, even though we got a Randy Johnson out of the Salt Lake City box, I think the quality and number of hits were better out of the Arlington. So Cindy got home from work and she said she heard my name. Did I miss something? Mike Schmidt you missed? I didn't pull any Mike Schmidt cards. Oh, the football Fairfields are only $50 now? Really? Are they still $5 a box? That's strange, because they usually don't sell like the baseball cards do. You'd think they'd try to entice people to buy them, not go the opposite direction. I'd say put $150 cards in or make it $2.50, but to split the number of cards for the same price, I don't think there was. I pulled a Mike Schmidt card? Did I really? How come I don't remember that one? Out of which box? Did I really pull a Mike Schmidt? Did I say his name out loud? How did I miss a Mike Schmidt? Surprised you guys weren't yelling at me when I saw it, when I skipped over it. Yes, earlier you missed one. Wow. Was it a Seattle Mariner? Oh, yeah, there it is. Well, not a Mariner, but Phillies. My goodness. Thank you guys for pointing that out. I had no idea. I don't know what happened there. I did see Donald type Schmidt earlier, but I thought he was just giving recommendations to TC Thunder on who to collect. I thought that was a rather odd name to throw out there when we're dropping names like Alonzo and Tatis Jr. and the modern players, and I saw the name Schmidt. I thought he was talking about who to collect. There we go. The Fighting Phillies. Okay. You just got a Schmidt rookie. Oh, that's awesome, Chuck. Good for you. Okay, well, that further goes to show the Arlington box far outweighed the Salt Lake City box. So there you go, Donald. Congratulations. Oh, Mike Schmidt, Seattle Mariners. Yeah, no, that would have really caught my attention if that would have been bizarre. Good one, Frank. You tricked me, though. You were joking with him, but you fooled me. All right, so where does that leave us now? We've got, I believe that gets us to our prime pack, which is something you guys know I don't care for because it's like twice as much as a 100-pack box for half the number of cards, if that, and all I've pulled is junk. But you're supposed to get 2 card packs, a hobby pack, and a bonus card. But I did pick this up in Los Angeles last week while on vacation. It is a Fairfield product, so it qualifies for my Fairfield Friday. But I had to get something from the LA area because that was part of my trip. So, no accolades necessary. Yes, it did destroy. And like I did with Sam, I'll give you, Donald, a virtual pat on the back. Congratulations. So now we're moving on to this prime pack, which the only good thing I'll say about prime packs is it gives you the chance to open up packs, it's just fun to do. But I don't expect anything good because I've never gotten anything good, and I've never seen really anything good pulled. And I can't tell the date on this either. I don't understand those numbers. But anyway, let's see what we get here. We get the bonus card, which is pretty cool. It's a Babe Ruth. How he changed the game. There he is with the Cardinals players and the Tigers players. And that card has got some serious peel. Paper loss. You guys see all the little white speckles? So wherever this card was originally pulled from, it left a lot of its ink on the back of the card in front of it. That's for sure. That's unfortunate. So let's see what we got in the way of packs here. We're going to crack open a 2018 Update Series pack. Nice. With Shohei on the front. Too bad that's not our hobby pack. A Stars and Stripes, Chris Bryant. Hobby collection. Oh, that's going to be our hobby pack, I guess? Maybe? It says hobby collection. So I know Chuck will enjoy watching us open that. And then the good old Babe Ruth collection. Yeah, see, this is like worth nothing much. So we better get a hit out of this to make it worth the $9 or $10 I paid for this box. But let me box up my Arlington cards real quick. Sam's seen some relics pulled. I hope you see another one pulled today, Sam, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Let me get this box set up. All right, so Arlington boxes, we'll put it right there. Here's what we're opening up right now is our prime pack. Well, that's a shame that Babe Ruth card's all messed up. So that's going to be our hobby pack. So we'll open up that last. Update, we'll probably do that second to last. So we'll start off with the Babe Ruth cards. Let me angle this down now. Yeah, Sam, I'm pretty stoked about that one. I wish that were the hobby pack, though. Wouldn't that be something? But maybe we'll get something out of the USA cards. All right, Babe Ruth, here we go. These are a 2016 Leaf product, it says. And look at that, we got a Babe Ruth. What are the odds? Ruth tips his cap to an adoring crowd, it says. Babe Ruth. Ruth with a mighty batting practice cut. Well, if you ask me, it looks like he wasn't keeping his eye on the ball. Pulled his head big time there. There's the MVP card, 1923. The Babe connects at batting practice. Obviously, you can tell they did not wear helmets back in those days. And our last card is a young Bambino as a Boston Red Sox in 1918. All right. About what you'd expect, I guess, out of the Babe Ruth. I know, a loaded pack with all those Ruth cards. That's a... See, that's the glass is half full look to that, Chuck. I like that. All right, here we go. This could yield something pretty good, maybe. 2018 update with Shohei on the front. Comes with 10 cards. Oh, boom, I'm happy already. Check this out, guys. I'm going to ring the bell. Eduardo Escobar of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Fogo Power de la Pica. Good opportunity to say my little saying there. So we got Escobar. And we got Tyler Beatty for the Giants. Kevin Gausman for the Braves. Scooter Gannett, All-Star Game card for the Reds. Oh, Ethan would like this. Storybook Endings, 2016 David Ortiz. Big Poppy. Nice. Definitely Ethan would like that one. Garrett Cole with the Astros, Legends in the Making card. Aaron Judge, nice. Not a rookie, but it's All-Star Game card. I opened one of these packs and pulled an Acuna rookie debut. Not bad. Not bad at all, Sam. I definitely wouldn't mind doing that. Braxton Lee for the Miami Marlins. But we're down to our last couple cards. We do have a rookie card here for a Brewer, Jacob Barnes. And our final card is going to be Wilson Ramos for the Phillies. So, oh, Donald, you nailed it. Donald, another pat on the back, sir. Fogo Power de la Pica. Look at that, guys. Donald nailed it. I couldn't have spelled it any better if I tried. That's in honor of Eduardo Escobar. Okay, 8 cards per pack. 2015 USA Stars and Stripes has got Chris Bryant on the cover. And it's our hobby box pack, so we shall see. Nothing thick. But, boom. Check that out, Chuck. There's the boy we were just talking about. He's now with the Cardinals, is it? Jack Flaherty. USA Stars and Stripes. I just got 2 Ronald Acuna rookie debut cards. Oh, that's awesome there, TC. The Wilson Ramos might be a short print. Okay, before we begin, we'll admire Mr. Flaherty's card there in the background for a little bit while I go back and find Ramos might be a short print. Okay, let me see what the standard number is. 990. And this is 990. No, it's a standard numbered card. But not a bad idea to mention that. We can always check. It doesn't hurt to check. So, okay. There we go. Jack Flaherty. These are nice glossy finish. Chuck, do you have the whole set of these? From 15? 2015 set? There's a Trey Killian, Collegiate National Team. Thomas Eshelman, Collegiate National Team. Yes, sir. You got the whole set? Okay. There's Peter O'Brien. That's kind of a not glossy, but like a rainbow foilish looking card. It's got stars in the corners as well. And so does this one. Tyler J. Longevity, I think, is the word written in the background. Okay. And, oh, Corey Seager. Now remind me, is he the? Yeah, he's the Dodger, right? Not the Mariner. Corey's with the Dodgers. I think Kyle Seager's with the Mariners. Oh no, not 2015. Okay, what's being said here? No, you don't have the 2015. Okay. You have a cheat card for prior year. Short print variation and such. Okay, that's the Dodger Seager. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, just that. I'm glad you guys confirmed that. Well, it looks like all the numbers on these are 990. So I'm looking at other ones here. They're all. So it's not a short print. Oh, you were saying yes to Flaherty. Okay, but you don't have the 2015 set. I got you. Okay. There's Corey Seager, Carson Fulmer, and a Blake Trahan. Blake Trahan. So there you go. There's $10 worth of cards right there. $10 for that. And you pay $5 for a box of 100. So I guess if you luck out and get a hit, but if you don't get a hit, it's kind of a waste of $10. So I don't really have anything to put on my stand. No real hits out of that. Oh, the Ortiz is good. I'm going to call the Ortiz the hit of that box. And Eduardo Escobar, just because I can. So there you go. So that gets us down to our final product. Luis Robert just hit a home run. Oh, well. I guess that would make any White Sox fan happy, for sure. I'm going to take a swig of water here. I've been going for almost 2 hours now. And we got one more box to go. We're averaging about 30 minutes per box. Plus I had a little 30-minute opening story to our vacation. But that gets us down to our final box. This was in our Prime Pack, correct? Yeah, I'm going to set that on our Prime box. I'm just going to give some sound effects. Wah, wah, wah. But Arlington Rite Aid. So far. Now, I'm going to make a prediction here, though. And this is just because of past experiences. More than likely, I think this is going to be the best box of the opening, for one simple fact. It's got blue tape on the bottom, which means this is a Left Behind times repacked Fairfield that I have dubbed Karefield. And I'm sure everyone in the stream has already seen these, with the exception of maybe TC Thunder. He may not. But these are boxes that Left Behind times repackaged and sent to me, and they're geared toward my PC. They're all pretty good cards. It's not like you're going to open up a Fairfield and have 98 junk cards and 2 really good ones. This is more like 100 really good cards. That's what it comes down to. And not only does he repack the box, but he repacks the inner pack. He'll take a junk wax pack and wrap it around some good cards and tape it shut. He really goes out of his way to make these quality packs. So shout out to Left Behind Times. I wish you were here live with us, but I know he's going to watch the replay. So here's a delayed howdy to Left Behind Times. Thank you again so much for these. We've got one box to go after this left in your set. So next week will be our final Karefield box. I do have those trifold packs that you sent me as well, so I'm going to use those left behind in future videos. That'll kind of extend my Fairfield-Carefields out for a couple more weeks beyond today and beyond next week as well. So again, shout out to Left Behind Times. Awesome guy. He is a wonderful member of our community, and he's a fellow Christian. I appreciate his fellowship and all that he does for our community. Really good guy. And I can already see some good cards in here that I love. Oh, he goes out of his way. I do appreciate it. Not that it matters because it's a repack, but this is an October 21st, 19 box that he happened to use. I'll set that right there. Yes, his videos are awesome. Yeah, Frank, you've been away for a bit, but this is like my 9th or 10th box that I've opened from Left Behind Times. He sent me a whole slew of these Fairfields that I've dubbed Carefields. I'm sorry, TC. I missed. Let me go back and check the chat here. You're a Marlins fan, trying to get some Jordan Yamamoto rookie cards. Okay, good to know. Yeah, Carefield will win for sure. Yeah, he is a super nice guy, TC. He's getting careful. Oh, Donald. Well, these are a preview of what's to come, because you know he's going to put together good packages for you. So let's see what our insert pack's going to be. It's a 2019 Fire pack. And he look at this, the make or break players. That's what he's titled this repack. Because again, this is a repacked pack. Little Topps baseball logo for a seal. But we will open up this halfway through. But that might be a hint as to what's in this. These are the make or break players. So who knows? Maybe some prospects that may turn out to be something or may not. Typically, I open I always go through the back half, but with he's been putting his good stuff in, like his hits, in the back. So I'm going to open up the front half first. I'm going to shake it up a little bit because I've learned with his boxes to do it in reverse order. So right off the bat, pun intended, we've got a Paul Goldschmidt Arizona Diamondbacks card. Beautiful card. This is a Topps Heart of the Order insert card. Heart of the Order. I do not have that card. That is a gorgeous Goldie. And we got a Fred McGriff, the Crime Dog with the Padres. Yeah, brace yourself for a lot of Padres and Diamondbacks cards in these. Yeah, Left Behind. Good dude. Yeah, boom. Jay Bell with the Diamondbacks. Nice. He does TTM. And unfortunately, I sent him a bunch of Pirates cards. I didn't have any Diamondbacks cards at the time, so I may have to TTM this one to get a D-backs auto from him. There's Bobby Witt, another TTMer with the Athletics. Ron Gant, guess what? Another TTMer. There's Marquise Grissom, rated rookie card on a catch-up card. Jesus Luzardo, rookie card. JD Martinez with the Tigers. I see a whole bunch of rookies in our future here. And there he is, Jack Flaherty, Future Stars card for the Cardinals. Then we got Austin Meadows, Future Stars card for the Rays. Hey, we got Matt Williams. Doesn't say it on the front, but yep, that's him. Back when he was with the Giants before the Diamondbacks. Let me angle this down a little bit. There's another Matt Williams with the Giants on a score 90 card. Chris Paddock, rookie card for the Padres. This guy is on fire this season. He is really, it's kind of a stretch, TC, but he may be worth investing into at this rate. His cards are relatively cheap as far as all the rookies go, but he's really a beast on the mound, so might be worth investing in. There's Benito Santiago. Always good to get the Benny cards. Boom! Tony Gwynn, 2002 Topps. Nice. McGriff belongs in the Hall. Yep, Chuck agrees. And I'm not going to argue that point either. Spirit of the Game. Is that Dave Justice? Play at the plate. Isn't that something? I know it's Justice because you can tell, but nowhere is his name on the card. Interesting. Very interesting. There's a checklist with Ron Hassey on it. Left Behind knows I like Ron Hassey. There's Oral Hershiser. Christian, pitcher for the Dodgers. Another Hershiser. Nice. Back-to-back. Bobby Bonilla. All-Star card. We got Darryl Strawberry. All-Star. And a Cecil Fielder All-Star. And guess what? A Jim Abbott All-Star. Nice. Bunch of All-Star cards. Back-to-back. Will Clark and Kevin Mitchell. The dynamic duo for the Giants. Paddock and Fuego. Absolutely. Yeah, Sam. Hey, Sam, if you don't know, back in June, I did a special on Tony Gwynn. You may want to go check that video out. It was in honor of his 60th birthday, or what would have been his 60th birthday. And I filmed it on his birthday, so check that out if you can. Oh, wow, I remember those Spirit of the Game cards. They were so cool to look at the time. Yeah, if you know who the player is, there's no name written on it. That's different. Steve Finley with the Orioles. He became a Diamondback. And there we go. Left Behind knows that Fairfields always have to have duplicates, so he did a duplicate of Steve Finley. That's pretty cool. And there's Kevin Mitchell. That's pretty cool. Look, it says, now with the Mariners, printed on the card. There he is with the Giants uniform, but it's a Topps Kids card. I don't remember Topps Kids. You guys remember Topps Kids? 1992, it looks like. Interesting. Justin Verlander, Topps Gallery, 2019, I believe. Yep. Angels team card. And I know why he did that, because it's got Cole Calhoun on the front, right? He's now with the Diamondbacks. And there it is, Cole Calhoun. See, he very methodically puts his cards together where it kind of like tells the story as you go through them. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I know why this card's in here, because of Cole Calhoun. And the very next card answers my question, Cole Calhoun. Yeah. Well, wait until the stream's over, Sam, but I think you'll enjoy watching it later. Yes, thanks, Chuck, for the recommendation. Sick Kevin Mitchell, yep. I've never heard of Topps Kids cards either. Interesting. Mitchell with the Mariners. Kevin, that Kevin Mitchell card is an error. They spelled Mariners wrong. Supposed to be 12 R's in there. You almost had me. I almost went back to check. Did they really spell it wrong? But yeah. The Donald Blomdahl way is to say Mariners with the 12 R's. That's clever. Snake Celebrate, obviously a reference to the Diamondbacks. And there's Gerard Dyson. See, there he is. There's Gerard right in the middle. And there's his card. Believe it or not, guys, that is not a short print. When I first got that card, I thought it was, but it's got the same standard number. That's just his card. It looks like a short print, though, doesn't it? But it's not. David Peralta, 2020 Donruss. They call him the Freight Train. Then you got Alex Avila. He got traded this year, actually. And then we got, another duplicates. We got Merrill Kelly, pitcher for the D-backs. Oh, that's Frankie. We were just talking about him earlier. Wilmer Flores, now with the San Francisco Giants. There's El Pique, Ketel Marte. Oh, we got a backwards card. So I have no idea who it is. But please, guys, don't let me forget. I forgot last time to reveal a card for Left Behind. So let's not do that again. Ricky Henderson for the Yankees. Ricky Henderson for the Angels. Athletics. Nolan Ryan, the no-hit club. Nice. When he was with the Rangers. Bo Jackson, 89 tops. Nice. Harold Baines, there you go, Chuck, with the White Sox. Gary Carter, shout out to Steve from Carter's Kids. He would definitely appreciate that one. There's a puzzle card for Carl Yastrzemski. Mike's grandpa. Paul Molitor with the Brewers. Ryan Sandberg, that would look good for TTM actually. It's a nice light color so the auto would come out pretty clear. And for $5, you can get one done. Mark McGwire, All-Star card. And Jose. These two always go hand in hand. Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco with the Athletics. So nice. Good way to start off that box. And now we get to our center pack. Again, the make or break players. Interesting. We'll see what this one's all about. Sam's got to go walk his dog. Okay, Sam, go walk that dog. That way it'll sleep good tonight. Yep, rest in peace, Gary Carter. I'd be interested to watch Left Behind open his packages because he preserves them in such a way where they're not ripped and torn up. Like, he can reuse them. Again, I use the word methodical, but that's the way I see his skills. Raleigh Fingers with the Oakland A's. Stars of the Diamond. That's pretty cool. Round card. I knew him with the Padres. I didn't know him as an A's. There's Hank Aaron. What do you mean make or break? I'd say these are makers. They're Left Behind. Hank Aaron, I think he made it. Eddie Murray, Hall of Famer. I think he made it. Barry Bonds. He was popular for a while, right? Nolan Ryan, 5,000. Two 5,000. One's with the Mets, one's with the Angels. Pretty cool. Another Nolan Ryan highlights card. Mark McGwire. Boom! Hey, we got a duplicate there, Chuck. Check it out. This was from Left Behind. What to do with duplicates? Ryan Sandberg and Howard Johnson. Mets and Cubs. The National League East rivals. The Igniters, Molitor and Butler. The Igniters card. Is that Jack Morris with the Tigers? Yep, Jack Morris. Roger Clemens, career highlights card. Well, that's pretty cool. I hadn't seen that one before. And a Roger Clemens fathead card from Score. And, backwards card. Why is it backwards? Diamondbacks versus Rockies. Look at that. America, we stand. September 17th, 2001, Coors Field, Denver. See, guys, why can't we get to that again, you know? This is what America's about right there. And all this mess that's going on, I mean, I'm not going to get political, but I mean, it's a shame that it takes a tragedy like 9/11 to bring us together. And it did. I mean, our country united, at least in my lifetime, unlike I've ever seen before. I know, back in 41 when Pearl Harbor was attacked, we united. Things like that will trigger patriotism, and it's awesome to see it. I wish we could just be like that all the time. We shouldn't have to wait for tragedies to come, but unfortunately, we just keep falling back into our evil ways. Kind of reminds me of the Old Testament Jews in Israel, but that is a beautiful card, and I'm not going to go off on a rant. Ryan Sandberg, All-Star National League. Robin Yount, American League. Wade Boggs with the Red Sox. Who on earth is that little kid? Little hotshot, triple play. Who is that? Any guesses? I'm going to take a peek. Ah, okay. I know who it is now. I looked on the back. You guys aren't going to get this. I don't think you're going to get it. I'll give a few guys a few guesses for a minute, but I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Yeah. Frank says Gary was key on our 86 team. Yep. Frank, have you and Carter's kids ever chatted or communicated? You guys would have a lot in common. Donald, not a bad guess, but you're wrong. Nope, not Chipper, not Gary. You guys aren't going to get it. Good guesses, though. I like the guesses. No, not Gary or Chipper. I'll show you his modern day picture, but I'm going to cover up. There's his modern day picture on the left. Yeah, well, I would never kick you out, Chuck, because you and I are on the same page, but this isn't the format or forum. Chuck, are you looking at the picture? No offense, Chuck, but that is not Nolan Ryan. No, it's not Bichette. Not a bad guess, but it's definitely not Nolan Ryan. There you go, Chuck. You got it. Paul Molitor. I think Chuck put Nolan Ryan before I turned the card over. But, yeah, that's kind of a unique card. That's kind of a fun game. I wonder if there's a whole set of these. Yeah, 25 Perez got it as well. There we go. Dave Winfield, record setters. Connie Mack. 1925. Okay, I believe you, Chuck, because there's no way you could look at that and say Nolan Ryan. I hear you. There's a Warren Spahn puzzle card. And, ooh, nice. Sandy Koufax, turn back the clock. So I'm not sure why he titled that Make It or Break It players, because I would say all of these guys made it. Wouldn't you? Would any one of you think that they turn out to be duds? Okay, don't let me forget, Ketel Marte back here is hiding a backwards card, which usually indicates a hit. Just saying. He may have put a card in backwards on accident, but just in case, I set it aside. All right, let's get back into it. Well, I mean, it could have been Dante, Chuck, but definitely not, obviously, Bo, because Bo hadn't been born yet, probably. So, all right, here we go. Terry Pendleton. Let me guess, a Gary Templeton is next. Oh, no, Mickey Tettleton. Even worse. These Tettleton, Pendleton, and Templetons drive me nuts. He knows I struggle with those. There's Matt Williams with the Giants. Mark Grace with the Cubbies. Nice. Hey, Chuck, I know you're not a Cubs fan, but do you know the controversy with Mark Grace right now? It just ended, actually, but he still has ties to the Cubs. Even though he's with the Diamondbacks now, he still has a contract with Chicago that whenever he's not busy with the Diamondbacks, he is a part-time broadcaster, and he flies back to Chicago and does live broadcasting for the Cubs. And last week, he was put on a, I think, 5-game suspension because during a live broadcast, he said some not so nice things about his ex-wife. He called her some names. Not curse words or anything, but he called her some not so nice things. And the MLB frowned on it, so they suspended him. So he had to fly back to Arizona with his tail between his legs, and kind of funny. Maybe because they all made and broke records, maybe. Oh, make or break. Yeah, they broke records. Good point. Yeah, Chuck, kind of Google it. I don't want to say it online. It's not a bad word, but it's not appropriate, so I don't want to say it. But I didn't hear it. I just heard the news, but I'm not sure how the conversation led to him talking about his ex-wife. but I think it's more funny than sad, actually, because I like Mark. He's had some trouble along the way in life, and he's hit some speed bumps, but overall he's a good guy. Joe Carter with the Padres, Manny Margot with the Padres, Austin Hedges with the Padres, Kirby Yates, bunch of Padres here. There's his Heritage card, and there's his 19 card. Christian Villanueva, Franmil Reyes, Eric Hosmer, Topps Bunt 16. I have never seen that card before. Topps Bunt. That's unique. Oh, hey, this is metal. Andres Galarraga, pink border for the Montreal Expos. But check this out, guys. Mo Vaughn. I'm trying to tell the team he's with. Anaheim. Oh, the Angels. Okay. This is metal. And look at the die cut shape. The top left and bottom right are bigger radius. The top right and bottom left are tighter corners, but that is unique. Maybe you can hear the ting. That's metal. That is unique. Wow, I've never seen that before. Skybox card. Wow. It says on the bottom right, molten metal. You guys see that on the very bottom right? Molten metal. 1999 Fleer Skybox. That's unique. Detroit Matt Boyd. Stars border. Blue Stars border, actually. And here's an Eddie Rosario standard blue stars. We got Trey Mancini. Diamond Kings card. Oh, that's right. Yeah. I failed to put... Well, okay, last time I pulled a Trey Mancini, I said everyone needs to pray for him, and the next card said pray for Trey Mancini. I forgot to do it this time, but Left Behind reminds us, pray for Trey, Philippians 4, 6 through 7. And you know what that means. I gotta read Philippians 4, 6, and 7. Stand by, let me get my Bible out. I would be remiss if I didn't say we need to pray. I'm glad for Left Behind's reminder, and I need to read the scripture. Philippians, written by Paul the Apostle to the church in Philippi. And the people that lived in Philippi were known as the Philippians. There's your Bible lesson for the day. In case you guys don't know how that works. All right, so here, let me see if I can put this in camera here. What, chapter 4, 6, and 7. So there it is at the bottom. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Amen. Thank you for that, Left Behind. Great verse, set of verses there to go with our card and the story. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Trey Mancini is dealing with cancer right now, and more than likely will never return back to baseball. So, but that's secondary. His baseball career is secondary to his life, obviously. So, just pray for him, pray for his family, that he be comforted and not suffer too much through this whole ordeal. Yep. And check this out. I just took a sneak peek, but on the back of this card, he actually wrote on the back of a Baltimore Orioles card. This is what you get in the Fleer packs. So a little bit of reflection of me in the background there with the light kind of blinding me. But yeah, very, very cool. Thank you, Left Behind, for that. That is special. Kristen Stewart for the Tigers rookie card. Aaron Judge for the Yankees. Jim Abbott, that's his first round pick card. Shows him in a Michigan uniform back in college. Dustin May with the Dodgers, rookie card. Let's see. Top prospects, we got Rico Brogna, John Jaha, Ryan Klesko, and Dave Statton. Dave Statton is with the Padres there. Hey, Eloy Jimenez. Check it out, Chuck. Ever heard of him? Ever heard of Eloy Jimenez? He plays for some team called the White Sox in Chicago. Maybe you've heard of him. I just picked up a Mancini relic. I have it on. Oh, that's a good idea, Chuck. That's awesome. Oh, Frank, I'm so sorry. I don't remember, Frank, what type of cancer. I think I knew at one point. I've forgotten. Oh, he's just some kid that plays for Chicago. No, but Frank, I'd have to I'm sure you could Google it and look it up. I don't remember what type of cancer he has, but it's more than likely career ending from what I've gathered. They weren't too optimistic about the diagnosis, so. But no, I'm sorry to hear about your dad, Frank. That's a tough way. I just, we have hope and confidence that he's no longer suffering and he's in a much better place, and we will be reunited with him for sure. And we do live with that hope that through Jesus we definitely have eternal life. And this time on earth is just a little battleground, testing ground, so to speak. So, pancreatic. That sounds familiar. Oh, colon cancer, Trey. Oh, okay. Okay, thanks for checking, Frank. Colon cancer. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch this Eloy guy. I don't know. He may turn out to be somebody good. We'll see. Manny Ramirez. Oh, there's a backwards card there behind Manny Ramirez. So we'll set that one aside as well, just in case. Dravecki came back from cancer. So came Mancini. Yep. He sure did. Adam Jones for the Diamondbacks. Oh, back-to-back duplicates. Adam Jones with the D-backs. And there's a Shelby Miller Bowman Diamondback. Andrew Chafin, a.k.a. the Sheriff. It's kind of funny. The Diamondbacks call Andrew Chafin the Sheriff. And I was watching the Padres play the other day. In fact, I think it was against the Mariners, Donald. And Paddock was on the mound, and he's from Texas. Chris Paddock is. And he said the Padres call him the Sheriff. So, interestingly enough, my two favorite teams each have their own sheriff on the team. So, Chafin for the D-backs and Paddock for the Padres. Tuffy Ghostwish. That's a name you don't hear every day. Tuffy Ghostwish. Oh, talking about, Manny Ramirez. Did he? Honestly, I didn't know that, Frank. I'm like, where'd he go? I can't find it. It's right there. I did not know he tested positive. That's a bummer. Too bad. Yeah, it's like a waste, Archie Bradley, probably our best closer on the team. David Peralta, Freight Train. Ron Karkovice. Now, Chuck, you've heard me if you remember Philip Oldenburg's, a.k.a. Stash, we started calling, I guess his name is Ron Karkovice, but we started calling him Ron Karkovice, just because it's more fun to say Karkovice, like with that Italian slang, Karkovice. And I didn't realize he was a White Sox, so you probably know more about him than me and Stash do combined. And there's Matt Noakes. Good old Matt Noakes. What John Waltham is to Jabs, that's what Matt Noakes is to me. He keeps showing up. Sandy Alomar Jr. for the Indians. Andy Van Slyke for the Pirates. Hall of Famer Jack Morris for the Tigers. Roger Clemens for the Red Sox. Ivan Rodriguez, I guess they call him Pudge, for the Rangers. There's Ryan Sandberg. That'd make a nice TTM card as well. Another Roberto Alomar, Hall of Famer for the Padres. Gonzo. I do not have that Gonzo. That's nice. Back when he was with the Astros. Oh, he couldn't hit very well, but he could throw out runners. Well, I guess if you're a catcher, you got to be good at it. Mustard card. You got that right, Sam. Sam's back. Did you walk the dog? That was a short walk. You must have a small block you live on. There's Nick Ahmed. He's our team captain. Paul Goldschmidt. Good old Goldie. Topps 2020, Series 1. Benny Santiago, All-Star card, 89 Topps. And our final card of the box, with the exception of our 2 reveals we're going to do here in a minute. Boom, back-to-back Bennies. Nice. I think we got 3 duplicates in that box. So, Left Behind definitely likes to live up to the Fairfield reputation for his Karefields. So, okay, let's do our reveals here. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a reveal cover card. I got this really thick Upper Deck card I use for my reveals because the card is backwards. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to set Mr. Marte over on the side. And we're going to do a slow reveal on this one. Have no idea if it's worth anything or maybe you just accidentally had it backwards. But all right, Frank, you have a great night. Thanks for jumping in. Good spending time with you. What you going to watch, if you don't mind me asking? Anything good on the TV? Oh, Gonzo, or you got a God. Let me try that again. Chuck bought a Gonzo auto from David Heath. That's cool. Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Donald. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see here. Backwards card. It's an Expo. Oh, check it out. It's not. I don't think it's going to be an autograph, but it is. We were just talking about this with, I think, was it Sam? Randy Johnson, 89 Topps traded. No, not traded. Just maybe. I don't know. Randy Johnson rookie card, guys. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's a hit. Even without the auto or the relic. That is awesome. Randy, you know what? Well, yeah, let me get a sleeve out right away. Something they picked on Netflix. That leaves a lot of options. But anyway, enjoy it. Frank, thanks again for jumping in. I appreciate it, buddy. It's good hanging out with you. It's been a while. So, boom, on the Randy Johnson rookie. Woo! Yeah, Sam, we were just talking about that earlier. Lo and behold, I pulled one. So I think that makes number 3 in my set. That's cool. Yeah, look at that. We got Randy Johnson here on both ends of the spectrum here. And check it out. I forgot. Old Randy's hiding out in the middle there. Little Randy. With his cards on the outside. That's cool. That is pretty cool. All right. Last card of the stream, guys. It looked like a 2020 Donruss based on the green border, but I have no idea who it is or what it is, so we'll set Manny's card aside. Yep, the big unit again. All right, here we go, guys. Last card of the night. It's getting to be dinner time. My stomach is growling. I'm dying to go eat. I skipped lunch, actually, as well, so I'm really hungry. Anywho, that's not your problem. That's my problem. So here we go. Slow reveal. Yep, it's a Donruss 2020. I agree with you there, Sam. I agree. Here we go. Red hat. Oh, is that Shohei? Shohei Ohtani. Well, is it a short print? It is a short print. It's got the red D on it. I was going to say, there's no way he's sending me a relic or an auto. But check that out. Shohei Ohtani. Donruss 2020. Backwards card. But, guys, no offense to Mr. Ohtani. He's a good pitcher. But this is a great pitcher right there. Okay, it's a pitching variation card. I didn't know if it's a variation or what, because I did know it's a short print because of the red D. Well, I'm not dismissing it. I just don't know much about it. All right, Sam, have a wonderful evening, buddy. Thanks for jumping in. All right. So with that, guys, it is coming up on 5:30 my time. That's what, 8:30 you out on the East Coast for you East Coasters. But I just want to let you guys know how much fun I had doing a live stream for my little stage here. I haven't done this in at least 3, maybe 4 weeks. The last live stream I did was live from Arlington, Washington, in the wonderful home of Donald and Cynthia Blomdahl, which was an absolute treat to experience. But it's good to be home. But I really had a great time with you guys here as well as in Washington. Donald, thank you again, though. Had a wonderful time. I'm already missing the Ponzit and the Lumpias, but we'll have to do that again next time we see each other. Donald's saying good night. Good night, Donald. We will see you hopefully in the morning. Hey Kevin, I'm back. As you know, I'm a huge Orioles fan. Could I please get that Orioles sticker with "Pray for Trey" on it? Well, Huber, that's kind of a personal card that was made for me. Appreciate your interest in it, though. I'll tell you that. And I know where you stand religiously and biblically, so I do appreciate your desire and interest. Yeah, Chuck, it was awesome. Thanks for jumping in. You guys are what make it fun. I mean, imagine how boring you would be if I were just sitting here by myself, not chatting or communicating with you guys, but having you guys to chat with makes it all worth the while. And so much fun. We were on here for 2.5 hours, which was a long stream for me, personally. Again, I didn't have Ethan's sale to bump up against, so it gave me a little more freedom on the back end to extend my stream a little longer than normal. But I had a lot to get through, a lot of boxes from my trip. Again, awesome trip, and I thank you guys for allowing me the opportunity to share my trip with you. There were about a gazillion little funny stories throughout that I didn't share, but I pretty much hit the highlights of it. Getting up to Seattle and hanging out with the Blomdahls was, of course, it was the finale, but it wasn't at the end, if that makes sense. Had just a wonderful time, and definitely not my last time up there. I definitely want to go visit once again, at least once again. So with that, guys, I'm not going to hem and haw too late. I don't have much else to talk about or show you all. I do want to let you all know, if you don't already know, I do have a second channel that I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning devotionals at 5 a.m. on the West Coast. That's 8 a.m. on the East Coast. But Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, Bible devotionals. And then on Sundays, I do a Bible study. We're going through the book of Revelation right now, which is an absolutely fascinating study. Most of you guys would agree with me that Revelation is one of the more difficult books of the Bible to read. So I think it's awesome that I'm doing that one first, because it's the grand finale. So whenever you read another part of the book of the Bible, you know what the end goal is, and that's the return of Christ. And that's what the book of Revelation is all about. It's the revelation of Jesus Christ. So I really encourage you guys to jump on my other channel. It's called Kevin's Ministry. That's it, just Kevin 'S Ministry. And I've got all my devotionals and Bible study videos on there as well. So please check that out. Subscribe to that channel if you can. If you haven't already, hit the like button for this video. The number of likes on a video really increased the viewership. From what I gather, YouTube will recommend your video to others if they see a lot of thumbs up. So I really encourage you guys to give me the thumbs up. Huber, I have no idea. That's a great question. When's the next sale? I don't know. I do have cards for sale. It's just a matter of me having the time ahead of time to know, because the packing and the shipping, that's very time consuming. So I want to do it at a time where I can make sure I get them out to the buyers at a recent time frame. And right now I just don't have time for that, so I'm going to hold off for a while. I have a copy of that Revelation video I told you about coming. Oh, that's right. I remember you mentioning that, Chuck. Yeah, Fat Fingers are killing me. Hey, nothing beats Left Behind's Fat Fingers. And I'm joking. I'm teasing him behind his back because he's not here to defend himself. But I know he's watching the replay. So Left Behind, I know, I'm just doing this in jest, but we've had a lot of fun on Ethan's sale with Left Behind's, we'll call it Fat Fingers. And we all get that way because we're all trying to type sold as fast as we can on Ethan's sale. And the rush tends to cause some typos. So we've had some fun with Left Behind on that. So shout out to Sam, or Huber's, 6 p.m. tomorrow night. That's 3 p.m. on the West Coast for a sale. Oh, your mom's making it. Oh, okay. That would be cool, Chuck. Left Behind. He is a fun guy. An awesome guy. Again, next week will be my last Karefield box from Left Behind. And then after that, I've got two packages of some trifold packs that he put together. So I'm going to use those in lieu of the 100-pack boxes. So with that, guys, I'm going to end my stream now. I'm dying. I got to go down and eat some dinner or late lunch, whatever you want to call it. So thanks again, guys, for sharing this with me. You guys mean the world to me. You make it fun. And just God bless every one of you guys. You mean the world to me. You really do. So you all have a great rest of your evening. Have a great weekend. Don't forget Sunday morning, church. If your church isn't open, do live stream. Find a church somewhere online that's doing a live stream. Very important. Hebrews 10:25 tells us not to forsake the assembling of ourselves together. Church is a must. We must exhort one another in person, and that's what church is all about. So until next week, we will see you all later. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you. God bless. Bye-bye.